Hello and welcome to Legalese. My name is Vince Perryman and I'm a local attorney with the law offices of J. Vincent Perryman. Each month, Legalese focuses on a wide range of legal issues and topics. Today's show covers family law. With us now is Bill Jones of the Jones Law Firm. Bill, thanks for being with us today.
Appreciate you having me on.
We always hear people talk about family law, and I think it always leaves a question with me. What all does family law entail?
Family law is going to cover a broad topic. It can mean juvenile court. It can mean modifying a parenting plan or visitation time, child support. But generally, when people say family law, what they're thinking about is going to be divorce law. We just try and make it sound friendlier by using the term family law with it. That's the broad view of what it's going to be.
So when you're looking at, nobody wants a marriage to break up or anything, but what are sort of the processes in deciding on those decisions and finding an appropriate legal advisor to help you with your divorce?
Well, the first thing that you're going to want to do when a client comes in is really question them right off the bat. Is this something that you really want to do? Because once the attorneys get involved, it's a lot harder to patch it up and to go back to normal. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that they really want to be in your office. They probably don't want to be. But if you can do anything to help them save it, then you need to show them the right counselors or the right people to talk to. Once that they've made a decision that, yes, divorce is where they want to go, then you're going to need to talk to them about what their choices are. And the easiest path to take is going to be an irreconcilable differences divorce. That's what generally is referred to as a uncontested divorce. It just means that you agree that you can't agree. It's the easiest path to go down to end the marriage or to dissolve it. What we do is we basically sit the parties down and have them agree on this is how we're going to separate our stuff, our belongings. The wife will get this, the husband will get this. What a lot of people don't think about is that it's not just items that we have to separate. We also have to separate debt. So that's the next step in the process. Who's going to pay the Discover Card bill? Who's going to pay the American Express bill? What are we going to do about the taxes? Certainly in this market, the next thing we've got to consider is what about the home? A lot of homes right now are underwater, so it may be something where we're going to put it for sale, but it might not sell right away. So these are some issues that we're having to deal with right now. But if the two parties can agree on all of those items, we have them sign a document called a marital dissolution agreement. And what that is it's just what it sounds like. It's an agreement that dissolves their marriage. It's a contract. And if they'll sign that, then if they've just got to wait 60 days. And at that point, we'll go to court, we'll sit them down, and we'll ask just one of them, the plaintiff, the moving party, some very easy questions. And after that, the marriage will be dissolved. If they have children, it's a longer waiting period of 90 days. And in addition to the marital dissolution agreement, the document that divides their items, we also enter into a permanent parenting plan, which is a document that, I hate to say divide, but it allocates visitation and spending time with the party's children.
So, and with the parenting plan, I guess, on an irreconcilable differences divorce, I mean, how detailed does that get into?
It's fairly detailed. What parties need to understand is that if you've got a 2-year-old child, no matter how good your attorney is, no plan that you make today is going to be good in 18 years or in 16 years when that child's 18. But we're going to give it our best shot to make it something that both parties can agree on. I tell people that it's a fallback position. Certainly if they can work together in the best interest of their children, then they need to do that. They need to make some amends and stray from the plan. The plan is their fallback, where if they agree that they can agree on something, then they need something concrete to go back and look at. And that's what the parenting plan does. It'll spell out where that child will be on Christmas Eve in 2020. I mean, it'll say where we're going to spend spring break, summer, what days, what times. It also gives the parents Bill of Rights to each party, which is rights that each party have with regards to those children. It's things such as access to medical records, report cards, the right to be free of unwarranted derogatory remarks in the presence of the child. It's just basically a guidebook on this is how we've agreed together that we're going to raise these children apart.
So I guess child support is always a big issue. Is that part of the parenting plan or is that part of the MDA?
Child support is attached to the parenting plan. It's a worksheet, and it used to be that you would just set it, depending upon the number of children you have, it would be set at a certain level, a certain percentage of your income. It's changed some now. The best place for people to go and figure out what their child support would be is actually the state's website, tn.gov. If you go there and you can navigate through the links to find an actual child support calculator. Most of the divorce practitioners in town also have it on their websites where you can link to it. It's basically just a formula, and there's no fudging the numbers like we used to try and do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no saying you and I will agree on $500 a month and that's it. It's an item now where we put in mom's income, we put in dad's income, then we look at our parenting plan and we count up the number of days in a year. We say, okay, dad gets this many days a year and mom gets this many days a year. We then plug those numbers in. And what it's going to do then is say, okay, if mom and dad were living together, their combined household income would be X amount of dollars. And dad would be bringing in 80% of that, and mom would be bringing in 20% of that. And from there, we're then going to give them a credit or a deficiency for the number of days that they spend. If they spend more days, they get more of a credit. Less days, less of a credit. Once we plug all those figures in, the calculator is going to show us a number. It's a pretty complicated formula to get there, and that's why the state has gone on ahead and released this calculator where everybody can access it.
Okay. When we return, we'll continue our discussion about family law. Please stay with us.